Andy Griffith never owned a gun on television. He played a small-town sheriff who solved most of his problems with a quiet word and a patient smile. The show he built ran for 8 seasons and ended as the #1 program on all of American television. That was over 60 years ago. It has never stopped airing. Right now, somewhere in America, someone is watching Mayberry and feeling something they can't quite put into words. That feeling is longing. And the man who gave it to the world had a story far more complicated than anything that ever aired on screen. Ron Howard was 6 years old when he first walked onto that set. He wasn't yet a director or a legend. He was a boy from Oklahoma, the son of working actors, already comfortable in front of cameras before he fully understood what they were. Cast as Opie Taylor, the sheriff's wide-eyed son, he stepped into something that would quietly shape the rest of his life. Not in the way that traps child actors, frozen in a single image. In a deeper way. The way a great education shapes a person from the inside out. What Howard received on that set was a masterclass. Griffith ran the show the way a conductor leads an orchestra, with an absolute sense of what the music was supposed to sound like, and an uncompromising will to stop everything until it did. He played the straight man for everyone. He never broke. He gave the other actors, especially Don Knotts as the magnificently bumbling Barney Fife, all the room they needed to be funny, precisely because he never competed for the laugh himself. A 6-year-old boy absorbing that lesson every day doesn't file it away as a memory. It becomes structure. It becomes instinct. Decades later, when director Ron Howard was known for creating sets where people felt genuinely free to contribute, that wasn't an accident. That was Mayberry transplanted. Griffith himself came from the hardest of beginnings. Born in 1926 in Mount Airy, North Carolina, he grew up in real poverty, the kind that leaves marks. As an infant, he slept in a dresser drawer because his family couldn't afford a crib. He was bullied at school for being different. What rescued him was a church choir, where he discovered that performance done with genuine feeling could transform a room. He carried that discovery, and his North Carolina accent, which the entertainment industry would have told him to abandon, all the way to Hollywood. But the man who built the most serene, gentle world in television history was, by multiple biographical accounts, privately far more complicated. Some biographies suggest he struggled with a volatile temper. It has been reported that his personal life bore little resemblance to the patient wisdom of Sheriff Taylor. He married 3 times. According to some accounts, he dealt with significant personal grief, including the loss of his adopted son Sam in 1996, a loss those close to him say he never fully moved past. Ron Howard has spoken about all of this with a rare kind of clarity across 4 decades of interviews. He called Griffith a wonderful uncle, not a father, but an uncle, a word he chose carefully and used consistently. He also said, simply and without elaboration, that Griffith had flaws a mile long. When Griffith died in 2012, Howard offered 7 words that said everything. A wonderful television dad. Not a perfect man. Not the sheriff. A television dad, which is its own specific thing, carrying its own weight of love and limitation. What Griffith gave America was never a place. Mayberry wasn't real. What he gave was a feeling, that patience is possible, that wisdom can be gentle, that decency is a form of strength. He couldn't always offer that to the people closest to him, but he offered it to an entire country, and they never stopped going back for it. If that story moved you, hit like and subscribe. Every week we go beyond the image to find the full human being underneath.